Oh, hello, everybody. It's
What,
podcast time.
what are
Next
we
gen is
podcasting
here.
about? Oh,
What?
there we go. That's it. That's our topic.
Nailed it. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, November 11th. Yes,
Correct.
my brain. It's already almost midway through November, and we're still
Oh,
trying to
hey,
figure.
we'll be on the air at 11/11/11.
We will. Yes.
2020.
11/11/11/11/20. I remember. Do you remember what game came out on 11/11/11?
Wow. Oh,
It's big.
no.
Oh,
I remember it being a thing, but my brain is empty.
Skyrim. Skyrim was 11/11/11. That game's been out for 9 years. Ryan,
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
That game's still being released.
Yeah, it's probably going to get released to Game Pass. Hopefully, I'd love to play the HD version. I just wasn't ever going to shell out $40 or $30 or $20. I bought that game 3 times already. Please don't make me buy it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Wyatt Yerp. How's everybody doing? Oh, Tech, you're muted now.
I can.
You can hear him through Cast, but Discord that you muted, you wouldn't know.
So I guess I gotta listen to you crackle.
No, just click on my picture and mute.
Right click on this picture and hit mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way, yeah.
But then I can't hear him.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Unmute the cast.
Unmute Cast, and then right click on each of our faces and mute us. And then there.
So mute you in Discord or mute you in Discord?
Mute me in Discord. Yeah. Listen to everybody in Cast.
Yes.
The fact that Cast sounds fine is we're gonna tell the world that
Discord sucks.
For podcasting.
So I need to mute everybody in Discord.
Yes.
Otherwise,
just mute everybody.
Like
yes.
Twice.
Yep.
Okay.
That is correct.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know,
unless you want me to air horn 6 times when I press it 3 times.
Sure. Fuck it.
Out fucking rapid
What's
fire.
an episode of Bounty Board without some technical issues, support?
Well, actually, it's been pretty good for a
We
minute.
can never fix this.
Jackass.
We can never actually make it perfect because then people will hate it.
Yeah, it's true. That people come to us for the nuance of imperfection.
Mm-hmm.
For our failure.
For our failure. Yeah. They love us because they are us. The toys are us. What's up, everybody? This is a video game podcast. If you haven't noticed, I'm one of your hosts, Love Wub Caleb. Below me is Ben Sketch Sawyer. What's up?
Hi.
Okay.
I forgot it's a podcast, so I have to say something.
Just raised both hands like this will work. To his right, the one and only
Tech Supreme. Tech Supreme.
That's that fast movement. That's that fast movement.
Yeah,
can't coach that.
Nope. That's talent. That's from birth. And then above him is Sergeant Sodium, the salty one. What's up, Brian?
Hi.
We all seem to be in a mood tonight. This is good. We're gonna talk about games and shit, and specifically next gen shit.
Maybe Mercury is in retrograde.
Mercury's in Gatorade.
That's funny.
Did you laugh too hard at that really bad joke?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Welcome to the brain and humor requirements of a dad.
I love it.
I laugh at shit and then get disappointed at myself that I laugh. It's not that it was, yeah, it just happens. It's November. Somehow, it seems like it was March, just like a month ago, but it's not.
Mm-hmm. 6 months ago.
Yeah, dude,
dude, we fucking made it, dude. I was counting down days ever since we sat in line and pre-ordered that goddamn Xbox.
Fuck yeah, dude, we fucking made it. Hell yeah. 3 of us on this party all have Series X's and have been playing games on them.
I was not thinking it was going to happen. And then I decided to start training people in my garage and went, look at all this money. So, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. You were the holdout, right? You decided that you could eventually, and then didn't have to actually wait in line for it. We had a friend who just, because he's a asshole, had an extra one laying around.
Well,
he's a good person.
No, he's a
got a
lady.
He's a good person, and he's got a house full of gamers. So he gave me one of his reservations, and here we are.
Yeah, it's nifty. All you had to do was hop in and change the delivery address, and it was like, yeah, this is fine.
One credit card, but yeah.
And you could change the card.
Yeah, because it wasn't charged yet. So
Awesome, man.
yeah,
Congrats.
super groovy. So
It works out.
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
But
A
let's
day-
cover some news first before we get
Yes,
into our
of course.
impressiones.
Of course. We can't go an episode without talking about Fall Guys. Last week was Godzilla. The week before that was Sonic the Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Untitled Goose Game is lending their character sprite to Fall Guys. You get to run around as the goose, which that's
Did they
fine.
add a honk?
They better have added a honk as an
Right.
emote.
Yeah.
That game's co-op now, and I desperately want to play it again with somebody because it was a lot of fun solo. Because it's basically Hitman, but you play as a goose.
I literally have never heard of this game.
So
Wow.
dude, this game conquered the internet this year for a minute.
Yeah.
How did I miss it
to
then?
the point that
I don't know.
there's a goose with 2 heads in the intro for Rick and Morty season 5.
Shut your mouth. I don't know what that
Right.
means either.
So Untitled Goose Game
Well,
Tech, to give you a short pitch.
You don't know it? Well, okay, so Rick and Morty is a show made by
No, I
Justin
know.
Roiland.
I think I know Rick and Morty, dude.
Yes, that's the joke.
Okay.
They put a goose in there because the goose took over the internet for like 3 months.
How did I
Yeah,
miss
so-
that, dude?
I
That's
don't
so
know.
weird.
No.
So Untitled Goose Game is this game made by a company that basically gives you the ability as a goose to run around in like small little hub open worlds, and it just gives you like a checklist.
Guys, it's open world.
It's open world.
We didn't
Yes.
talk about it last week.
I'm
Is it
sorry.
free?
Yeah, it's
No.
on Game Pass.
Yes.
So like it gives you a checklist of things to do. And for instance, one of the checklists is like you're in like a series of backyards that's got a pond in the center, and you have to like get the farmer's hat off of his head and then drag the hat into the pond. And you have to make the farmer step on the bottom of a rake and knock himself over so that he hits the ground and the hat comes off, so then you can grab the hat and then run away with it.
You're basically the cutest terrorist.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
basically Dennis the Menace, but
Yeah.
Goosest the moosest. Yeah, so it's a really great game, and now it's co-op, so you can do all that shit together with a friend, and that sounds like a lot of fun. It's definitely a silly goose time kind of game. It's not like high res or violent. You're running around as a goose. Actually, it's kind of violent. You have to lock like a kid in a telephone booth until he cries. There's some stuff that you do that's traumatizing, but it's fun.
And the music is adorable.
And the music's great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that game and Donut County both kind of took over the internet this spring/summer. And Tech, if you've never heard of either of those, what really are you doing?
Apex
I guess
Legends.
I don't have good friends to tell me these things.
Yo, how do you like the Shure MV7?
How does it sound?
It sounds great.
I don't like it.
Are you
It's
running
okay.
it? Are you running it XLR or are you running it USB?
Oh, XLR, dude. Because no matter what you do, XLR is gonna be better than USB.
Sure. That's the one that's.
I think I like the sound from your old one better.
I know I do too.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the old
definitely
one,
do too.
The old one was warmer for sure.
definitely warmer.
Definitely had more of the bassy, the drip. But I mean that one looks good, and if I had to upgrade, that's what I'd go to probably.
Well, yeah, I just want something different because I actually record with that mic, and I don't want to put so much use into it on like an everyday level.
Sure.
And the good thing about going through the Go XLR is if I need to add bass, I can add bass. Like I can just fix it.
Yeah, you can.
So
you can warmify it. It's wonderful.
yeah.
Um.
And since I'm an engineer, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, and that's the best
Proud
way.
of you.
That's the best way to do it.
Thank you.
That's
what I've been waiting for.
Speaking of things you've been waiting for, Tech, water spiders in Obsidian's grounded.
Did you guys see the trailer?
Hell
Of
yeah.
course we fucking
The
did.
trailer got me because then it was like spiders don't swim in water. Oh wait, they do now. I was like, fuck.
No.
What noise did they make? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when we were trapped in that fucking underground?
oh my
corner?
god, yes I do.
And that big ass wolf
For
spider
like
was-
20 minutes.
That shit stressed
We
me out, bro.
we needed to get somebody's bag of shit, so we're like distracting him, running back and forth. We all
And then
died.
people
in the
would like
tunnel.
run by and not grab a bag and be like,
Listen.
"Dude, what the fuck?"
Listen,
Yeah.
real talk. I was so scared. You guys went down there. I didn't.
Yeah, you stayed up.
There
He was in the
a-
observation room,
No,
fucking
there
just
was a
looking
moment
at
where
us.
he straight up fucked off and left. We were like, really, dude? And he was like, yeah, I'm at the oak tree. And we were like, bro, fucking come back.
Nah, man,
I'm building
good.
a house over here, bro.
I'm Gucci, bro.
I'm mining
Y'all tripping.
acorns, homie. Chill. So Obsidian released a big update for Grounded, their survival game where it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but the bugs murder you. And it adds some depth to the pond, where there's now a giant koi fish, which it looked like people were attacking it. So that's weird. And then
they're calling it a whole new biome, so it's they're basically like adding a whole new region of the map.
Yeah, new crafting materials let you like have a rebreather underwater. Looks like you can mine fish scales to make fish scale armor. The ladybug armor has more things you can add to it. There's new bugs you can kill, like water. There's like tadpoles and water fleas and things like that. So that looks cool. And maybe
There's tadpoles but no frogs.
I mean, there'll probably be a frog later.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just walking and hearing a frog?
Hearing
a frog like, and you're like, oh god, I can't move.
At that size, the frog would sound like,
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, what the hell? And then inside a frog, done. Game over. How do you get your back? How do you get your pack back?
He poops it out,
or he burps it out. Yeah, that was gonna go the G rating. You were going solid PG.
I said poop. Okay, that's
no, I said PG.
That's pretty tame.
Scat humor.
Poo humor.
Chat humor.
There it is. Let's see what else. Halo TV series recast the actress who was going to play Cortana with the actress who's played Cortana for 20 years, which sounds like they made a mistake. But what happened was they were unable to record mocap of Natasha McElhone playing Cortana. And so the likely outcome is that they're going to do a CG model. And they just, because they COVID and restrictions and filming, they decided to bring in Jen Taylor, who's been Cortana forever, to voice the character, which is dope.
Yeah,
it is dope.
I don't know why they didn't do that initially, but like they're here now, so it's dope.
Yeah, as an AI construct, you're allowed to look a little fake.
Right.
So not casting someone is not the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you take that as a slap in the face though?
I don't know. That's my thought. Like, would you be like, oh
like,
man, they didn't even ask me?
So,
or was it
like, hey, we need you to be Cortana because you kind of did it before, but we didn't think about it until now. Like,
sure.
No, I get it because they didn't use Steve Downes for Chief, so they're not using anybody.
Well, Steve Downes couldn't play Master Chief. He's like 5'8" or 10 and 60. Right. He couldn't do it. So they have Pablo Schreiber playing Chief, which if you watched American Gods, he's the one that plays Mad Sweeney.
Yeah.
Which
I like him.
He's also Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black.
Sure, that's a show I didn't really participate in. But yeah, he was in that show.
American Gods made me like him as an actor. Because now like every time I see him, I'm excited.
Yeah. Have you seen him bulking to play Master Chief?
I have seen, I think, maybe.
I saw it when it broke.
Homie's getting big.
What's his name?
Pablo Schreiber. Just Google Pablo Schreiber and Master Chief, and you'll get what you're looking for.
But so I know Jen Taylor probably knew that she wasn't going to get cast because I don't know, she doesn't look like Cortana, so she knew that was coming.
Yeah, sure. But I would
just look any more like Cortana that Steve Downes looks like Chief.
I would argue that Natasha McElhone doesn't exactly look like Cortana either, but they cast her. So, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
She's from what the hell is that name? The name of that? She's been in a bunch of stuff. And has like some sci-fi pedigree, I think. She was in Ronin, which is that Al Pacino movie from '98, The Truman Show.
Wait a minute,
from '98, and Solaris.
She looks like Jen Taylor.
Yeah, exactly. Wait
a minute.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Maybe it's because Jen Taylor doesn't have a lot of on-screen acting chops.
Sure.
So they picked someone that looked like her that did. And then they were like, well, Cortana's going to be computer graphics, so fuck it. Just do your voice. It's cool.
She literally looks like Jen Taylor.
She does.
Actually, I think Jen Taylor's a little cuter.
Wait. This guy's the little brother of Liv Schreiber?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Fuck yeah, dude. Idea. Yeah, dude.
That's dope.
That is dope.
I like Liev Schreiber too. He's great. He was the best We've only gotten 2, but he was the best Sabretooth that we've seen on screen yet. Because the first guy was a fucking joke. But he was real good as the one in Wolverine, even though that movie.
He's the best one that talked.
Yeah, which is exactly.
Man, the first one was
the only one who. Why, Sarge? Why are you looking like that, dude?
What do you mean? I'm looking at
Why are you making direct eye contact with the camera?
My web browser is like directly underneath the camera.
Oh shit!
So all right, I'm gonna move that. It's obviously bothering you. I'm looking into your soul as I'm actually doing research.
It was piercing.
There we go. Just now, if I'm looking at you, it's because I'm physically looking at you and only you, Tech.
Yeah, that's good. I do that frequently when I'm like talking to intermission and I'm talking to like my OBS and it's over here, but my camera's over. I always fuck it up. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Epic Games versus love it. The Epic Games versus Apple legal battle started today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the judge presiding over the Epic Games versus Apple case has thrown out some of Apple's claims brought in a countersuit against the makers of Fortnite, which is dope. The judge explained that she would not accept Apple's claims of theft from Epic and would not award monetary damages beyond those in the breach of contract case the companies are embroiled in. So that's dope. She said, you can't just say it's independently wrongful, she told Apple's lawyer. You have to actually have facts, which is fucking awesome.
Oh, wow.
How's that slam?
Yeah, this is a high-stakes breach of contract case and an antitrust case, and that's all in my view. So,
hopefully this
brings up... What was the original thing about?
So Epic started doing a thing where you could tap on a link when you were playing Fortnite on Apple devices that would take you to the Epic store to buy V-Bucks, so Apple couldn't get their cut because they get like 30% of everything sold
on the Apple store, no matter what, no matter who you are, big or small, they get 30.
So when you link out, they're like, nope. But the funny thing is, there are companies that like have gained some kind of pedigree with Apple where they've decreased that percentage. And like Epic, I guess, could have asked for that, but was just like, actually, no, you shouldn't be taking fucking 30% from everybody.
The industry kind of thinks that Apple's predatory with that.
Oh, yeah, no, they're 100% predatory with that. And Epic's the one to kind of call them out, right? Because the Epic Game Store started with the model of like, we'll only take, what was it, like 13%, but only after you've made your first $1 million when you sell through the Epic Game Store. And everyone's like, yo, that's a really good fucking deal. And everybody else is at 30%. And they're trying to lead the charge to, I guess, like, change that. Because why not? Why the fuck not?
I mean, they take that much off of everybody. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, that's why Apple's $1 trillion company, dude. They just said recently because Apple's rolling out.
The Play Store didn't do that shit.
No. Well, it did though. I think the Play Store still is 30%. But
is it?
I don't know. Maybe Epic went after Apple to like start the ball rolling for everybody else. Who knows? But Apple's like getting ready to roll a bunch of its subscriptions into like bigger bundles. So like $30 a month gets you like music and games and Apple TV and a bunch of other shit. And when they were talking about that, they said they had like 45 million subscribers for Apple Music, which is like $10 a month. So they're just making like 4.5 or $450 million a month off of just Apple Music. Y'all can take a smaller fucking cut. You're the world's first or second, or one of 3 $1 trillion companies.
Google does the same. It's 30%.
Yeah. Fucking chill. Fucking chill.
Crazy, man. Just unchecked greed.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, man.
Do it because they can.
Why not? If you ain't gonna stop me, I'm gonna do it though.
So Epic is sort of taking them to task, speaking for everybody. Maybe
yeah. Like, and Microsoft signed papers in support of Epic as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah. So
this is one of those cases
putting the flame to fucking Apple.
This is going to be one of those cases that you have to pay attention to.
Sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. They said that the case will start in earnest, so full swing courtroom dialogues in May. This is, I guess, some preemptive shit because, court cases take forever to get started.
If only Court TV was covering this.
Yo. Some people would care.
I'd watch that shit. I for sure watch that shit.
Yeah.
I like court shit if it's something I care about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Well, spoiler
especially
alert,
especially if the judge is like, bro, you have to actually have facts. Like, whoa, shit. Like fucking the fucking
Drops
crowd
her-
in the background.
Drops her gavel off the side of the desk. Yeah, that's nuts. Moving on. This weekend was crazy for a lot of reasons, but N7 Day was Saturday. And on N7 Day, which for those of you who don't know, there's an organization in Mass Effect called N7. They're like spec ops elites, essentially, that you try to get into in the first game. Spoiler alert, you do. And N7, November 7th, is the day that they celebrate Mass Effect. And on that day, they announced that they're doing a Legendary Edition of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with updated graphics and shaders and textures and models and effects and more, releasing for spring 2021.
Models?
That's what it says.
Nice.
Updating textures, shaders, models, effects, and more.
Yeah, so they didn't really say anything. It was just a trailer with a blog post that mentioned they put, what did they say? They put the whole team on it. No. Sorry, that's a different news thing. Anyway, the blog post didn't say much, the video didn't say much. So I imagine we'll get more news eventually. But we don't really know the details on what's being remastered. So, but they also did announce that they're working on another one, which is pretty cool.
Yes, they did. They did make it clear that they're working on that, and they had some concept art from it with a ship that's pretty non-symmetrical, which is weird for Mass Effect. Everything in Mass Effect's like Star Trek. Perfect.
And it had wheels, which is kind of old school.
Yep.
Because everything in Mass Effect flies or hovers. So.
Oh, well, not everything. Your Mako drove around.
But that was Mass Effect 1.
Didn't your thing drive around in Andromeda too? It did. It definitely did.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Pretty
cool.
Yeah, very cool. For those of us who like Mass Effect, everybody else.
I just wonder if I can fit that into my schedule of all these fucking games coming out.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
Right, like
well, spring. Yeah, who knows what's coming out in spring, right? Like right now, what we know is this.
So I have to clear my schedule before spring.
You've got until
not gonna happen.
And spring ends in June, so you've got most of the first half of next year.
Yeah, but I'm still on Tsushima.
Yeah, and I've got Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed right now, and then fucking
yeah. You guys need to hurry up and finish
December.
Watch Dogs. God,
I'm pushing through.
Did you finish Watch Dogs already, Sarge?
Yes, I did.
He did. The dude doesn't play single player games.
I fucking crushed that shit.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Did you like it?
I have a lot of side missions left to do, but the main mission was very, very good. It's definitely worth the play, and I need to play it again the other way. So
the other way.
Three of us know about it because I don't think Tex made it there yet.
No, I've had the worst week of trying to play games because of everything going on. But
sure.
I'll talk about that later.
I spent like 90 minutes of my stream today trying to figure out audio. So I thought I had it.
Caleb and Ben, the selfie thing, that's the other way.
So it changes the whole game?
No.
We don't know.
It doesn't.
Oh.
How do you know?
I was told by someone who did the other thing.
Boo! Shitty game.
Yeah, he's like, this was
Picture
renewed my
game.
faith in single player games, and then he hears that and he goes, well, fuck it.
Yep, time to get a refund.
Yeah.
Fucking. Maybe you got enough. It's early enough. You could do that.
Probably.
This one's
how does that work? Can you do that with PSN?
I don't know if you can. I know. So for Xbox, it's you can get a return within 48 hours, I think, and if you've played less than like 90 minutes.
No.
So if you like start something and you're like, wait, I bought something that Odin bought and was able to return it, and that was nice.
No, yeah, cool.
But yeah, I don't do it very often because we're pretty careful.
Yo, speaking of returning shit, I'm about to get on some fuckboy shit with Best Buy in the morning.
I'm legit going to hands like you're excited.
I can't wait, bro. I bought the HD60S Plus last month, like literally October 10th, and I got the protection plan, of course, and it doesn't work very well with the Xbox Series X. It just downgrades all the graphics, like to basically I have a regular Xbox, if with the pass-through. So I'm taking that shit back tomorrow morning and getting the 4K 60 PCIe card to put in my computer. Now that I have a computer that can easily fucking slam dunk that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
So I can get some. So I don't want to stream off my Xbox if I get degraded. Like why would I want to? Like, what's the point of dropping $500 on something that just looks like the same shit I had?
Yeah, sure.
What graphics card do you have?
So what?
What graphics card did you get?
That is a great question. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Hopping on Newegg or
PC part picker.
Part picker to look it up. Yeah.
I got the.
They shooting.
What is it? What is? Oh, the Raiden RX 5700 XT.
That's your graphics card?
Yeah, that's my video card. Yeah.
Okay.
Sarge was
Moving
like,
on.
I'm gonna have feedback. No, I won't. Yo man's was ducking. Let's see. The last thing. Yo, that song.
When that thing go quack quack quack.
Yo
man's was ducking.
Yo, fucking no man's not hot came on the radio and fucking Watch Dogs, and I was like,
no, it wasn't Man Not Hot. Was that Man Not Hot?
Man's Not Hot's on there. There's a couple songs that
there's a couple Big Shaq songs.
Yeah,
because his name is Big Shaq, and he was a comedian first, and just started doing rap and got big off of that one, and like now he does rap, and he's fucking good as shit to me. Like I love his raps.
Yep, I found Man's Not Hot on there too. I was like,
I love it.
It was shit.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Every time it plays, I'm like, tech. So last bit of news. This is interesting. I don't know if we're ever gonna use it, but Modern Warfare and Warzone is doing one more patch before Black Ops Cold War. And it's gonna have Warzone private matches.
That's dope.
Which is kind of fucking cool.
Yes, it
so
is.
There's Battle Royale regular for 50 players. Plunder, which is that mode where you like take money and then have to take it to a deposit, with 30 players, and then a mini Battle Royale with 24. It would be kind of fucking dope. It's a minimum player count, by the way. 24 minimum. That's not the max. But if you're doing mini Battle Royale, you have to have at least 24 friends to throw into the server, which like could be kind of cool.
No, they should. This should be a thing.
If you have a community, you could definitely do it. I mean, they used to do it on H1Z1.
Yeah, and then like some streamers get the ability, some content creators get the ability to have private servers for Apex. If this needs to be a thing across all battle royale games, all shooting games, you should be able to do private matches.
Yep. Hell yeah, that'd be great.
Period.
That'd be great. Why not?
No minimum number either. Just like you can do a private match. You can play this game with your friends.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It'd be great. And I'm actually interested in trying to find a group big enough to like actually do a private match in Warzone. It'd be great. It sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm not going to buy Warzone, but
Warzone's
free though.
I still wouldn't download it.
Did you see that the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is going to be like 180 gigs?
You see that I don't care?
No, none of us care because none of us are getting it. But like, what the fuck?
That's big.
You're telling me that I'm playing.
That's what happens when you take the. I don't think there was ever any shackles, but you know, now that everybody's got terabyte hard drives,
take the shackles off their feet so they can dance. I get it.
And super fast internet. Devs are just like, okay, save space. Why?
You know what?
So
I can tell that like they have more freedom. Like, cause even with the NBA 2K21, you can tell like they have more freedom to do more things.
Sure.
Whatever. Like even if like the size may not have been an issue for like the last couple of years with the Xbox One X, everyone getting terabytes. There's definitely less restrictions, and they're able to do more.
Sure.
Move more animations.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's gonna go that way.
But you guys are gonna only have like 5 games downloaded on your Xbox.
Yeah, but that's the way games are gonna go.
But I've got a 2 terabyte external, and if I'm playing,
does it work?
I can play from it, but that's like
old games.
That's backwards compatible stuff. But if I want to play something that's current gen, I can install it on my Xbox and then just move it to that when I'm not playing it, and then move it back. And that's fine. I moved Watch Dogs out of my OG hard drive into the new Xbox yesterday when I got it, and then did the update for the upgrade and was good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Assassin's Creed is fucking huge.
Yeah.
And is like 68 gigs.
Yeah.
So Call of Duty being 180 is ridiculous.
It's gonna happen though.
100 gigs for Ronald Reagan.
We're spitting into the wind.
Hey, Tech, but
do you fuck with the war?
That's all that matters.
That guy did. That guy did a lot.
All kinds of wars.
Did you see that meme that came out? Did you see that meme that came out this weekend that was like, I'd like to congratulate drugs for winning the war on drugs.
That's funny.
Right after Portland like legalized or decriminalized all substances or some shit. That's dope. Well, we've been talking about it enough. News is over. Let's move into it. We all have news systems, and sorry, most of us have new systems.
Do you guys see? You guys see the color of my background?
Yeah, very good.
Oh yeah.
What's that for?
PlayStation.
Money. He said
Money.
PlayStation.
Before we talk about the one out the gate first, I don't want a PlayStation because it's fucking ugly. I've come to
It's
that
huge
conclusion.
and ugly.
It looks like it belongs in the London skyline. It looks like futuristic architecture. And I hate it.
It looks like it belongs in the London skyline.
It does.
No, it
The
does.
fact
It
that
looks
they
like a
say you
fucking
can
building.
lay it down is
Or
really
Dubai.
ridiculous.
Why would you lay
Like-
that shit down?
Yeah, the fact that they're like, yeah, you can set it on its side. Like,
So
I
it
can
looks
set
like
anything on its side. It looks like shit though.
So
you
it
guys
looks
remember
like I
Laserdisc
knocked
players?
over some shit. Yeah. What's
You
up?
guys remember Laserdisc players?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it feels like. Like, you know, like when it came out, like everyone was like on DVD and it was all like cool and small. And then like Laserdisc was like
It's like an LP
big.
size CD.
Yeah. So like that's what it feels like. It's
Made out
so
of glass. You could literally cut someone's head off.
yeah. And like,
Looks like a
literally only rich
bookend
people
for
had it for a little while and
bookshelf.
then it was over.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a router that someone designed in a vacuum and was like,
I need to look at it real quick.
dude, it's fucking huge.
It's very
It's like
big.
original Xbox One big.
Like, I don't want that in my living room.
No. You get a table for it.
Gotta go to IKEA.
A
just
coffee
for a
table
this shit.
for it.
A coffee table.
Like, you don't need it, not like his end table. It's a fucking whole ass table.
That's funny.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
But you know what? I'm gonna get one though. Like I'm gonna get a PS5. It won't be
Don't.
this year.
No,
But, like,
I'll
it's
wait
gonna be
till
next
God
year.
of War because God of War probably won't be PS4 compatible, and I'm gonna need to play that game.
I can't believe y'all would buy that.
I mean,
I'm
'cause
gonna. I also want to wait until they make it slim, and just
Yeah.
go. All this shit's dumb. Here's a small.
I want the 2021 fucking holiday price drop. That's
Yep.
what I want.
Yep, and I'm buying the all digital because fuck a disc tray. People
Yeah.
are like the Series X disc tray has problems. I'm like, why y'all still putting discs in your system?
It does have problems though. Like motherfucker was sounding like helicopters.
There's also videos that are out there of like the Series X smoking like a pillar of smoke.
It was
and,
vape.
and it's someone blew
Yeah.
a vape through it.
Did you see what?
You
Did you see what?
fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
fucking Xbox
Did you see what
fucking said
Xbox
something on
tweeted?
Twitter.
Oh no,
Like, I
Xbox
can't-
said something.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it verbatim because I retweeted it like right before. Xbox X. We can't believe we have to say this, but please do not blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X.
Why was that the
it's
first thing that
hilarious.
showed up on my fucking feed when I opened Twitter? Twitter knows me.
it's listening.
People do anything for attention, and that's one of them.
Yeah, that's
Blowing
fucking
vape smoke
wild.
into the Xbox.
That's
That's one of
wild.
them.
My father-in-law sent me that video and was like, "Be careful," and I was like, "Homie, it's fake." Also, just
Be-
wait. On
be
Friday,
careful, it
you'll
might
see
burn the house
PS5s
down.
exploding, just because people are gonna blow them up for fun. Yeah, I don't know. I've only experienced one person, or one instance of people buying something just to destroy it, and it was cool for a second, and then it was like, you have way too much time on your hands. Someone bought a copy, like legendary copies of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. And I was at GameStop for that launch, and they just stuck them underneath their car tires and burned out in the parking lot.
That's so
And
stupid.
it was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Did they film it at least?
Yeah, of course they did, but it was
Well,
what,
you wouldn't do it if you didn't.
2006. So the quality is not good enough to watch now.
I would have printed a
so-
copy of the fucking cover and did that shit. I'm
So
not
his
spending.
MySpace page was popping that day.
Yeah.
he became friends with Tom. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. So we've all got experience
75.
listening to people talking about these at the very least.
Mhm.
3 of us have them. For the people that do have them, what's the first thing that stood out? When were you like, oh, it's next gen?
Actual gameplay for me was NBA 2K21. That's when I realized like, oh, this is different. It hit different because I had been playing the last gen 2K21, and it felt like 2K20, right?
Yeah.
And this, if I feel like, if I could be honest, that 2K just revamped 2K20, put it on for the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4, and then made a new game for next gen.
Sure.
And that's exactly how it feels and plays and looks. It looks like a completely different new game, and it felt better.
Sure. Ben, what about you? What was your first like, oh shit?
Okay, so I rapid fired a bunch of things. As soon as the game would install, I fired it up. So the problem is I've got a fairly okay computer, so
Stuff you've been playing on computer looks like it was on computer.
yeah, so that's cool. So one of the first things that was done installing first was Sea of Thieves, and the frame rate was so high it was like kind of sickening.
Wow.
Well, do you have a monitor that can handle the frames?
120. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 120. Okay.
Yeah, so it went. I think it's probably 120, bro, because this shit was so silky on the ocean. I'm just sort of like, ooh. So it's fast. It's beautiful and very silky smooth. And if you've ever played Sea of Thieves, it's a little like sluggish. It's just the way the game's kind of felt like it's designed, but now it feels like it's like 150% faster.
Zing said it booted faster on his Series X than it did on his beast of a PC.
Yeah, it had a 26-second load time.
Jesus Christ, what?
Yeah,
What was it?
Like
Sea of Thieves?
and it used to be like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would normally hit it and then go get water.
Walk away.
Yeah, go do something.
And then so everything else was fine. Squadrons had a little faster frame rate. The reflections in Watch Dogs were fucking off the chain.
Dude, that's yes.
Because they're all real now. So, and as a dork who looks at all the little minutia of game design, like animations and particle effects, and that shadow's not real because that's me. It's who I am. All the reflections are real, and that's very fucking impressive. But the moment, to make an already long story short, is the opening for Assassin's Creed when the cutscenes matched the gameplay. So the intro, the first 15 minutes of that game, it does like a oneer, like the hallway fight scene in Daredevil, like one.
Yeah, one take.
So the whole opening is one long take, and it goes from cutscene to gameplay like flawless, seamlessly, and that game, the way it does I guess it does ray tracing, whatever. The quality is fucking great. I have things to complain about Assassin's Creed later, but the opening moments are breathtaking.
Assassin's Creed feels like it's got Assassin's Creed jank still, so like it's got a little stank to it. But there was a moment, I was streaming it today. Actually, I think I recorded it. I hope I recorded it. That would make me very happy. I was riding to the tallest point in the snowy place you start. I can pronounce the name when I look at it, but I cannot remember it.
No.
Yeah. But I was climbing to the highest point on that map, which is like this, like it's like a finger pointing to the sky. This like really narrow peak. And I was riding my horse, and I came around a corner as the sun was setting, and like I realized the sun was setting, but like I came around the corner and the sun went between the two rocks that were in front of me, like a far distance ahead, and just this like glowing beam washed the snow in front of me, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I turned on the stream right before you did that, so like I saw all of it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if you caught that.
So you saw it too, Tech, huh?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped.
Did it jump out to you, Tech, as well?
It did. It did. Yeah. The light was very beautiful, and the way it reflected off everything. I have a problem though.
What's up?
They didn't make this Xbox with thinking of content creators at all.
No.
And like I have a problem with that.
Yeah, so that's the big thing I was talking about before stream that I can get into now. And I'm sure, Tech, you have your own little horror story for. So the Series X removed the optical audio cord.
Yep.
Which seems like an oversight. But Phil Spencer said that they had limited space in the box, and they had to decide who used this the most, because they have data on that. And they were like, not many people use the optical cord, so they got rid of it. They communicated, of course, with Astro to like make an update.
Yeah, but like Astro, dude, like Astro is not the end all be all of audio quality when it comes to streams and it comes to getting audio out of your Xbox. Like it kind of fucks a lot of people, because like either you have a USB headset or you have a fucking or you just go through HDMI on your TV, in which case you're not seriously fucking gaming anyway.
Yikes.
I mean, are we talking like
a lot of receivers have HDMI, so if you can have digital sound from your box to the receiver,
well, it's fine. You can hear it out of your speakers. That's awesome. But you're a couch player in that point. Like, who's doing that on their desk?
Yeah, you're right. Nobody.
Yeah. Yep. So I had a 90-minute period of time after I started my stream, because I thought everything was straight, where I had to refigure out how to use my mix amp with my system so that it worked with streaming. And it was a pain in the ass because like what I had set up before was dope. My mix amp was set up through my PC, so I did all my parties and all my chat through my PC, and that was great. And then the optical went straight into the Xbox and just ran perfectly. It was perfect. And now I had to figure out a bunch of stuff. And I actually had this set up before I realized I could use the optical to work one way. And I tried to get back to that, couldn't remember how I did it. So I ended up looking up a workaround, not even a workaround, the way it's supposed to be done, where they said if you take the stream port on the back of the mix amp, which is meant for you to plug it into your streaming device, your PC or your capture card. You take that, it takes all of the audio that's going through the mix amp and puts it into a 3.5 millimeter jack. And then I forgot, but there's a 3.5 jack on the Elgato capture, external capture.
Yeah.
So it said that, and I was like, what? And I was feeling around the side of it and found it, plugged that shit in, and it worked instantly. So from there, it was just finagling like how loud things were. So it was very crunchy and overblown at first. And then I went into the command center and muted myself completely so that my people in party could hear me through my Astro headset boom mic, but then I could stream with this mic still.
I have figured out about 3 workarounds to this.
Okay.
So one workaround that worked was going into my Astro and then using the stream out as a line in on my Go XLR. Also going out and using, instead of using, cause my problem was I did not want to use the mix amps headset, because the headset, it's at the time was the best headset I've ever had, but not better than these headphones, which are studio grade headphones with the Go XLR, which is basically studio grade equipment. It's just not as full. So I was going through through the front of the mix amp and to the back of the Go XLR through the line in, but then splitting chat and voice.
Sure.
And that seemed to work. And also there's a HDMI to optical converter. So you run the Xbox HDMI into this converter, and then optical out and back into your Go XLR, and then there's a HDMI out that goes to your capture card. So it's just a whole big thing. But
how much is that?
$25. I ordered it, and I don't need it now.
If you don't need it, I will buy it from you.
Because
listen, homie, I can go back to my setup and I can go. Yes, let's do it.
Say less.
He hit the button the same time you said it. Perfect. I didn't know that existed. That's fucking lit. Yeah, that makes me very happy. But like, there should have been. So here's the other beef I have with this, and maybe it's not a beef to have because this is the first. It's the week of the releases. But I had a problem that when I hopped on Astro's site for support, there was absolutely no material for next gen systems.
What do they do? They I think they tweeted to update your firmware.
Like, why the fuck isn't that on their website? Like, how do you not do that?
Like this is literally.
Why didn't you check their Twitter feed first? Come
Your
on,
company is a video game headset company. This should have been the first thing I saw on your page. Same thing with Go XLR, because like everyone who has Go XLRs are kind of just shit out of luck. Like they don't know how to do it. And Telecon, which is the name of the company that makes Go XLR, they did a tweet. They said, "Hey, you need to buy this converter," which you don't even have to do. Like I know that you don't have to do that. But like, only reason I don't have to do it because I have a mix amp.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, dude,
it's like, a mess. The audio, the sound audio is a mess.
The number of different websites I got to, like, because I would search, right, like setting up an Astro A40 or setting up this on a Series X, and how many times, because their naming conventions are fucking dumb, they would pull up Xbox One X shit.
Same, dude. Same.
And I was like, this was from 2019. This is from September. Like, you knew these systems were coming out. This should have been like. You should have had.
It's so funny that Xbox is kind of nailing it lately with so many things,
and they can't name shit.
What they call their systems.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
It's just gonna be called the Microsoft poopy doo doo.
I remember reading a thing that said they were going with like the way companies name phones, and that like Series is the model, and then X and S is the make.
And hey, guess what?
That's confusing.
I think
they hate that.
I think they fucked themselves when they did the 360.
Yeah, I've thought of that before.
Right, and it's just so like, and they tried to revert it, and it's fucked. Right, like it was Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then it's just fucked now because this should not be called Series X. That's stupid. Stupid.
I just call it my sex box now because
They should have just went back to Xbox.
Yeah, just do what Battlefield did.
Just call it Xbox. Who gives if this is supposed to be the last console? Just call it the Xbox.
Yeah. If you go to a GameStop,
if you're so true to what you're actually doing.
Yo, I should have called it the Xbox.
Yeah.
That would have been hard.
That would have been hard. Yeah,
that would have been hard.
If you go to GameStop, it just says Xbox on the game.
Very hard to Google.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah, but if you Google like I'm having an Xbox problem, it's not going to be like, you mean from 2000? Like, no, not that Xbox from 20 years ago.
Yeah, every time I troubleshoot something and I get something from like 2006, I'm like, one, how is that website still operating? Two, like, that's obviously not what I wanted.
Who's paying for the server space on this 2006 website?
And then I gotta scroll to the right, change the search parameters to the last 6 months.
I gotta do that on YouTube. Which
press the white and black button to make this work. Like, what? That hasn't been a while in a while.
Who wrote a blog post in 2006 that's still useful now? Yeah. I've written shit that long ago and been like, don't read that, it's bad. Just don't read that, it's no good. Yeah, so like today was fuck off, Ryan. There were a lot of things that I was like, how the fuck do I do this? And like I remember specifically putting off figuring out this audio setup until today. Not yesterday, because I was just like, nah, I don't want to deal with it. And then it ended up being like Luke at one point in stream typed board in all caps 3 times. I was like, dude, I get it. I'm fucking sorry. But once it worked, it was great. To answer
one thing I will say about the audio that I do like now is that I have it set up where I can hit a button on my Stream Deck to talk to game chat and not have to. Like, you know, it was a big problem for me with the last one. Like, I just couldn't talk to people in game chat. Now I can press a button on my Stream Deck and it will reroute Go XLR while I press the button, and I can talk to Stream Chat with my XLR mic.
That's dope.
That's kind of dope.
That's dope. That's for sure dope. Yeah, that's like the one thing I'm missing is that like I can hear people in game chat because my headset's, not in game chat. Yeah. It's doing the party through the PC. Yeah. So I can hear people, but I can't talk to them because my microphone's separate.
With this setup, I can do both now, and I like it.
Yeah, that's very good. To answer my first question about what was the first moment that was similar to Ben and his reflections in Watch Dogs, I didn't have access to Odin at the time, so I couldn't set up game share and couldn't start Assassin's Creed, which is fine. But I decided to update Watch Dogs and jump in, and I remember the night before, I found out the Stormzy mission. He's a British rapper, he's very good. He recorded a music video in the game and is like fully in it. I saw that mission come up and I was like, I'm gonna wait for this on next gen. So I did it as soon as I started yesterday. And when that mission ends, you're listening to the song that he's like playing, and it's nighttime and it's raining and you're getting chased by cops. And like, if there was a better fucking mission to pick to show off what ray tracing could do, because like, I don't know about you guys, but when I went into this, I was like, I don't know if ray tracing is that big a fucking deal. And then Ben and I were talking about it last night. Like, who would think that lighting and shadows, the literal thing that it takes for us to fucking see, would be important?
So when you go to art school, the very first class they make you take is a class called Form and Shadow. It's literally Art 101. The first thing you draw is a circle.
Yeah, that ball everybody fucking
the ball
hates.
With light on it.
Yep.
Light and shadow is everything, and ray tracing is mastering that.
Yep.
Light and shadow. So you could literally take a game like Minecraft, turn on ray tracing, and it looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
because
damn.
the light's believable. Yeah. So like ray tracing under the right application, if it is literally plug and play, which I'm sure it's not, could transform all our old games, even Mass Effect. All these old games that look a little chunky, like old textures be damned if the lighting's good.
Did y'all see that video of God of War 2 from 2008 with ray tracing?
No.
It's fucking wild. It looks
that's
like
what I'm talking about, guys.
Good.
Light and shadow would change. If they could find a way to plug that into old backwards compatible games, I'll install everything just to see.
Just to see it. So yeah, I think driving through the city at night while it was raining and like seeing the reflections of this like neo-future London, and like, man, just every reflection, like you could see the rain coming through the street lights, and it was like this, like, it was so fucking good.
Hey, real talk, if Mass Effect Legendary Edition has ray tracing,
There's legit scenes that are gonna fuck us up.
We're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Because that'll make one, which is otherwise probably not gonna age real well, just look fucking magnificent.
Sure.
Animations will still be a little chunky, but like old games that don't age well, turn on ray tracing.
Who knows?
I hope this happens.
So Ryan, I don't want to leave you out of this conversation, obviously, but you didn't get one of these. What about this system didn't make you go, I need it? Like, what was your thought process behind being like,
I can get all my old games and still play with you guys on this one. That's like the main. That's the main thing. I don't need to drop the $600 for, because I'm not gonna get the S. I'm gonna get an X eventually, the Series X. But like, there's no reason for me to drop the money when my Xbox One X is 9 months old and runs just fine. And I built a PC that can handle anything I needed to do too. So
if my computer could do ray tracing, I'd probably be there with you. I would have held out a little longer.
Yeah, same. My PC can do a lot on Ultra, but not ray tracing.
I can't claim master race because my Xbox is now stronger than my computer. So
and see, I don't know if ray tracing is something that I need, because like when I'm playing a game, I'm not sitting there looking for the quality, because my games are like I play competitive games. I'm more worried about killing somebody or you know, yeah. Like,
what if ray tracing makes, like, I mean, nobody plays the night vision missions in Call of Duty, but what if ray tracing really makes nighttime missions really fucking good?
Where it actually makes,
where it actually
like
it's
it
nighttime,
shuts
it's
off.
not just lights dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I think that idea is pretty cool. How it actually just like makes your screen not on. In that aspect, like that's pretty cool. But instead of just trying to project a darkness.
Yeah. What's Ben? Imagine, or I guess Ben, all of us, we all play Battlefield 4. Imagine night ops, but ray tracing in Battlefield.
Yeah.
They took those maps and just made it nighttime. You run around with flashlights and shit.
As I stated earlier, as I prefaced earlier, I really nitpick on like every single aspect of a game's fidelity, if you allow. It's just like tech can't listen to an album without picking apart every single sample.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Right. And you're like, exactly. Like I showed Ian, one of our music producer friends, a song. I was like, listen to this song. He's like, yo, they literally went down the Ableton effects sample from top to bottom, like in order.
Oh God.
In the song. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty lame.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
And I don't design games, but I feel like I've been nitpicking them for so long that I like, even with ray tracing on Watch Dogs, I was watching a car come up to another car and noticing that the headlights from the car didn't cast shadows on the car in front of it. I'm like, okay, so this looks great, but we're not there yet.
You're gonna do it all the way.
We're not there yet. Not even. No, I realized the cars are random, and I was running around last night and watching cars disappear. So I realized there's some miscommunication going on.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe it can't quite process headlights to the same fidelity that does streetlights, because streetlights are fixed. I don't know. But I was still walking around going, there's some fuckery. So like, I nitpick over everything, and I forgot why I stated that statement. But like,
well, maybe for that Watch Dogs statement specifically, like, you saw through you pierced the veil for a second. Like,
a night ops Battlefield. I'm sure it'd be this is the next step.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it now. In 6 months, maybe something better will come along, but I'm pretty sure
in 1 month something better might come along. Ben.
Ray tracing is going to give us some pretty pictures.
What is Cyberpunk gonna fucking look like? And that game better have a goddamn photo mode.
I promise you, I feel like in my heart of hearts that it's overhyped. I feel like Cyberpunk is overhyped. It's not gonna be as good as we think.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's what I felt about Red Dead though, and that game delivered for me. So
I understand. Like with Red Dead, I didn't feel that machine behind it like that. I felt like it was so organic, and people were just happy looking forward to it because of the success of Red Dead 1. But I feel like this is gonna be.
What's the most hyped game of 2020? Besides that, that's way up.
I was like, what?
I think that's it, right? Like,
besides that, I'm trying to think. What? Okay, 19 and 20. What's the most hyped game you can think of in recent memory that came out?
Last of Us.
And you either
I don't know about the overhype. That was so like, I think that was normal. It was like, all right, I saw a shot of Times Square with Cyberpunk in the background like today.
Right.
Like It's hugely being promoted, and I just don't think it can deliver that hype.
I'm just trying to think of games that have where it comes out and you're like, damn right.
Ghost of Tsushima was like that for me. I was like, this game's not gonna be great, and then it was.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It wasn't 100% blasted everywhere.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. There's really a unique spot for games that get this much fucking marketing budget.
But does it ever cash out?
I think that like in the past it has. I can't think of many offhand. GTA did.
Grand Theft Auto
Skyrim did in 2011. That game.
I'd say Red Dead delivered. Red Dead absolutely delivered.
But like at the same time, you're not seeing the viral marketing that this game has. This game
Death Stranding
Red Dead delivered the
Death
single
Stranding
player.
was pushed hard, and a lot of people didn't like that game.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But that was taste. The quality is fucking through the roof.
Sure. What were you saying?
Walking. There's a lot of walking, right?
Yeah.
With a backpack on.
You're a UPS guy. What were you saying, Ryan?
I said
every fucking game.
I said Red Dead delivered single player, and then they hugely dropped the ball in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
I think we.
So
all
I mean,
should have.
The hype was good on Red Dead, but then like when they didn't deliver multiplayer in the correct time frame that they wanted to, or in the way they wanted to, it really just.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you two games that were overhyped. Marvel's Avengers was overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
Was it though?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was fooled.
But have you played it on Series X, bro?
Oh shit! Maybe. No.
Maybe
the gameplay becomes
with
better.
the updated graphics and ray tracing, they actually look like the Marvel Avengers characters in the movies.
So I googled most hype game ever, and the second result is Cyberpunk 2077.
What was your second game, Tech?
I was gonna say the one game that was overhyped, may have been 2018, was Spider-Man. And that delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So it's possible. It's possible for it to deliver.
It is possible.
It's possible. It's just gonna be really fucking fun, and we all a few months.
Yeah, dude. God of War.
I'm scared.
I feel like God of War was up there too.
Yep.
God of War got announced, and people were like, "Oh shit!" And then I started playing that game and went, this is special as fuck."
Do you think
Spider-Man could they really make a Spider-Man game that was bad?
Have you played Marvel's Avengers, Ryan?
No. What I'm saying is all of the previous Spider-Man games have been like knockouts. And all they had to do was continue making the same style of game, a free roam game with something new, with a different storyline. That's all. It's not like they had to do anything different.
Yeah. That's almost kind of exactly what Spider-Man is.
But it's Insomniac, Ryan, and all these first-party Sony studios look really fucking good. So it's a great game, but it also looks incredible.
They weren't first
right. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like the hype is always going to be there with the Spider-Man game because they're always good.
That's true.
Until the day they aren't.
But also,
until
they had the most pressure this year because the technology has advanced so much since the last Spider-Man game. There was a lot of pressure to make it fun. Yeah, I think they knocked it out the park.
Yeah, that game's great. No doubt. Full stop. The game's great. I can't think of a game that I was super hyped for that I was not a fan of.
Well, I got to tell you,
I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I wasn't very hyped for that though. I was kind of like, I'll play it.
I'm looking forward to my next session on Valhalla because once it gave me free roam, it started to feel really dated.
Have you gotten the title card yet?
No. I've gone home and I've talked to the witch that put me in the
when
spell.
you get the title card is when you decide to go to England.
Yeah.
And if you thought you had free roam before.
Right.
I need to play that game. I'm gonna play it. I think I'm gonna play it tonight.
That game's good.
I had to turn off
a lot of
the visual identifiers.
I turned off the lock-on identifier because it was dumb. I turned off the damage numbers because fuck off. I don't need that.
Yep.
Yeah, I turned off a bunch of stuff. Also, I have a beef, but it's not big. Assassin's Creed through Syndicate? No. Yeah, through Syndicate. So every game except for Origins, Odyssey, and this. When you assassinate somebody, they're fucking dead. Because like if I jump on you and stab you in the throat, sorry, bro, it's game over.
Yeah.
You're done.
Kill you immediately, you're done in like 15 seconds.
Yeah, and so it's Origins started with this like sometimes there are enemies that are
not always true. Not always true in the cutscenes. You'll like jump in and you'll stab him in the throat, and then the cutscene starts and you have not stabbed him in the throat. That's happened before.
Oh well, that's like a mechanic in that game. It's called the like White Room Eulogy or something like that, where the character talks to you about their motivations, and
Right.
that's like animus created. So you get to
Yeah.
like talk to them outside of reality. This game has that, by the way. I killed a guy, and then it was like a thing happened, which that thing was fucking wild. If you haven't done that, Ben,
No.
that's where you free your crew and get your longboat to go back home.
Yeah.
And like Odin shows up,
Oh yeah.
and then homie
Oh, yeah.
has a crow
You're
crawl
vi-
out of his fucking mouth, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" It's wild. So I'm interested to see how wild they go.
Spoilers.
With
God.
that.
Right. Jesus fucking Christ.
I
How do you guys feel about the controller?
Odin's in the game. Spoiler.
Yeah. Well, hang on real quick. We'll talk about that in a second. The Assassin's Creed Valhalla has the option to turn instant kill assassinations back on. So if you drop down to assassinate somebody, it just kills them. And I'm so fucking tempted to turn that back on. But there's a little text blurb that's like, just know by changing some of these settings, you will be playing the game in a way that was not intended by the creators. And I'm like, kind of fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck off with that dumb shit.
Then don't do it.
Yeah.
Then
It's
don't
my
do the
game,
option.
bitch. Like,
It's
I
my
bought
game,
this. Let me play.
Well, I would
Later,
argue
dude.
that it's their game, and you're supposed to play it the way they want you
It's like putting ketchup on steak.
to.
Mm.
If I was a chef,
I'm
I'd beat the
just
shit out of you.
Unless you ordered it well done, in which case I'm just gonna deliver the steak with ketchup.
I'm gonna deliver the steak in a bowl of ketchup.
Yeah.
Yes. So talk about the controller. What do you think about it?
I
Tech?
opened it and I touched it, and I haven't played with
I
it.
like the grips on it. Like it has a good feel
it
to the
Feels
back.
very good.
It feels really good in your hand.
So they changed some of the angles.
Is it textured with a bunch of Y's, X's, B's, and A's?
That'd be dope, but no.
No, it's just a bunch of.
'Cause that's
little,
what
Caleb
PlayStation
looks-
did.
Really?
It's a bunch of little micro nipples.
he was like so unsure what to do.
Yeah, it feels good. It also feels like I did want something more for some reason. You know, like I feel like the shining star of the PS5 is going to be their controller,
That's what people say.
and
Is
we
there
didn't.
Xbox controller?
Yes, their Xbox controller. And I don't think we got the upgrade. So I think it's still necessary to get an Elite controller. What do you guys think? But guys who have Elite controllers, what do you guys think?
I played with the new controller for about 10 minutes and then was like, my Elite controller, and then switched.
Yeah.
Can I buy it from you then? Because I need a new controller.
I mean, maybe. No.
I've gotten used to being able to quick shot things from the back of the controller.
Quick shots from the
So,
bag.
Yeah, with the paddles, I've gotten used to the paddles. I've gotten used to jumping with my like my ring finger
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very nice in
I
games like
can't go
Assassin's Creed
back.
and Watch Dogs, where you can just use your right stick while using A on the back of your.
I need to get a Elite controller so I can crouch spam like everyone else.
In Apex.
Yeah. So I can just shoot like that. Fucking
yeah, there
dumb
was a guy in
shit.
Sea of Thieves the other day that was emoting in the sky. So he would jump, go sideways, jump, go sideways. It was like, yeah, he was all macroed out. It was very agitating. That game's almost broken. The community's
What
almost
game?
broken. That Sea of Thieves.
What is
Community's
it?
almost broken that game.
Sarge, have you looked at what Arc looks like with the update?
I can't.
You can look on YouTube.
But is it the same?
It's not. No.
No.
You're not playing.
Here's the
it,
thing.
So no, it's
Here's
not
the thing.
same.
If you don't have the display, it's not the same. And
Yeah.
if you capture it, if you don't have the right capture card, it's not the same.
Right.
Like no matter what you do or say. Like
what game did I look at where I was watching all the footage? I was just sort of like, eh, and then I played it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think it might have been Tsushima. I was just like, this looks okay.
Yeah.
And you play it, and your pants are wet.
I have no desire to stream right now off of my Xbox until I get a better capture card, which I will tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So I mean, you still see the ray tracing. That's just like an endemic change. But the playing Assassin's Creed in 60 frames is still huge, because most of those games are in 30, so it's still twice as smooth.
It can be twice as smooth as that.
But yeah, my monitor does 120, so I'm doing 120.
If you're going through the capture card, you're getting throttled no matter what you say.
That's right. Yeah. I'm doing 60. I'm doing 60.
You're doing 60.
I do 120 when I play PC, not when I'm.
Yeah.
streaming.
And so my thing is, I don't even want to play it. Like I don't want to look at it if the pass through isn't giving me what I'm supposed to be getting. Like I don't want to.
Sure.
I don't want to even play it at 60. Like
That's the problem I have is that like if I'm going to upgrade my capture card, if I'm going to upgrade my monitor, I have to upgrade my capture card, right? Like I
Yeah.
can't just get a 4K monitor that does all of it, and use it because then I wouldn't be able to capture. So I have to like get the piece. I have to get the on deck PC stream deck.
Yeah. I'm debating for my Switch monitors. The monitor I got is it's 1080p 140 hertz. So I can get the 120 frames per second, but it's not 4K, which whatever. So I don't know what I want to do with that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to. I mean, who knows what all of these monitors are gonna
They future
price-wise
proofed.
change to.
Xbox future proofed us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they did. Because like it's not even easy to find 4K 120, that can handle 120 frames per second. It's just not easy to find.
Yep.
Like so like the technology has not matched. The TV technology hasn't matched yet with the console.
Yep.
I think I need to actually upgrade to a 4K monitor anyway. I've never actually physically played in 4K other than on my 65-inch TV, but like the hertz is not where it needs to be. I don't think.
Sure.
I think that's
On
more
that
important.
TV.
Would you guys agree that that's more important?
That
It
is
depends.
absolutely more
Frame rate,
important.
yeah.
It depends, because like if your screen tops out at 60 frames is not bad. And if you're doing 4K at 60 frames, you're still having a good fucking time, especially at 65, 85 inches, something like that, right? You're playing couch games, you're playing Assassin's Creed, 4K at 60 frames is a good ass time. But you're limited. So at some point, you're going to want to go higher than 60, maybe, perhaps, maybe not. For a lot of people, for a lot of console gamers, 60 is mind blowing. It's because some games don't run at 60 still.
Sure, most
in
games
2020.
didn't. Yeah.
So only a true geek is going to want to see over 60 or even notice a difference, I think. So I'm right now my pretty new LG. I busted myself down to 1080 so I could be at 120.
Yeah, and most people that play competitive games will say that like a 4K monitor is not worth it. You're not getting.
You're playing on something so small anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
they're running the like 1440 2K comfort zone where they're like 1440 with 120 frames, perfect.
Yep.
But 4K is not necessary. So that's
Yeah.
also an interesting thing I've been thinking about, like when I'm looking to buy something new.
I'm also rocking 720, so I need to do something.
That's man,
So
that blows my
fucking wild to me.
mind.
I'm in like 2010 over here.
You're in my college dorm room.
Yikes.
I mean, it's still a 32-inch fucking LED, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a tube TV, bro.
Get yourself a 2K. Get yourself a 2K OLED or QLED. And
I got a 30-inch Asus that's 144 refresh. It maxes out at 2K. I can't do 4K, but I don't care, and it's fucking gorgeous for cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper than your Xbox, right?
I'm also really excited about getting something with HDR because that shit makes ray tracing.
Mixed feelings about HDR.
Yeah, you said it's just an Instagram filter, which is dog shit. But go on.
Because I can't get my settings right. It blows it out or makes everything too dark where I can't read the interface. Like Sea of Thieves was so dark I couldn't see where I was going.
I got your lantern.
Okay. Yo.
Got him.
I said that and two people got mad.
Got him.
Got him.
So
yeah, no,
I
don't know. I don't feel like we're there yet with the available monitor situation and TVs out in the world. We're not there yet. We're just not there yet.
Sure.
Because I'm telling you, like, as someone who does when I make a purchase, I do a lot of research. I'm obsessive, and right now, like, you cannot go tomorrow and get what you need to use the system as it should be. I don't think.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose something.
Sure.
Money,
and if you
regardless.
play your Xbox on a 65-inch TV, I don't think, because those you can spend $2,000-$3,000 on a 65-inch TV that will have everything you need, but I don't think that's a good. I wouldn't want to play on 65 inches.
No.
That's.
And I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that when my kid's born, because I'm probably not gonna be down in my office very much for a couple months, and my Xbox is gonna go upstairs to my 60-inch. And I'm a little bummed about that, but I'll get over it. It'll be temporary. But yeah, no, playing on a big screen sitting far away is. I remember when I decided to set my office up when we moved into this house. I said I'm putting my Xbox in my office because I'm gonna start streaming. And Amanda was like, you sure you're gonna like playing games on a screen that small? And I told myself, yeah, I'm fine. But I wasn't sure. And then I started playing and I was like, this looks better. This looks better anyway.
This is better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Caleb,
the same way,
remember
dude.
when I used to come over and play, I would bring a monitor instead of bringing my TV,
yeah,
and like a 24-inch monitor was like like
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
yeah.
I was playing fucking PUBG on a fucking 60-inch TV for a year. Got a monitor and it's like, nope, I can never go back.
Yep. Just crisper.
Well, I mean, I gotta
It's got better
say,
nits.
in when I'm playing Tsushima, which is not competitive, I don't have to sit at the edge of my seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it feels like a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
I'm in my living room. I'm on my 60-inch. My feet are up.
Yeah.
Dogs are there. I'm literally reclined around surrounded by pillows.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
a samurai.
I'm
on
legit,
a samurai adventure.
Yeah, I'm legit excited about playing Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed and fucking Cyberpunk in my living room holding my kid. Like that sounds fucking great. But I won't play competitive shit up there.
I set up my One X so I could do that. So I can actually like go and play Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed on the couch. Yeah, you lose a little bit of the ray tracing, obviously, or the perks of that. But I do want, like, relaxing on couch play is one of the most relaxing things for us.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny that we've come full circle to the point that we have to talk about, because that was most of gaming. And then because of streaming and competitive shit over the last few years, it's really gone from, set up a stream space, get the lighting right, sit in your office in a gamer chair. And now it's like, bro, have you ever gamed on a couch?
It's so fun.
Fucking dude. Yeah, well, I mean, couch co-op became a big fucking deal last generation, and who would have thought that would have been the push of the Xbox One X? Ugh. This system might actually allow us to do it again. Because Halo 5 didn't have couch co-op because the system couldn't do it.
It's not the system. It's not up to the system to let us play couch co-op. It's up to our administration.
remember when games had split screens though? Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Remember when we were so unselfish? We would
Dirt
share
5
our screen with somebody. Now people are like, let's play split screen. I'm like,
there's some games where you share a controller.
I'm not even on that level of trust with you guys.
There's some games where you share a controller. Where you
fucking
have the left side
Overcooked.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Overcooked. You could do 2 people on one controller.
Yeah.
How does that even fucking work?
You hold it like this and play with one stick and then all the buttons, and then the other person holds the other end.
I legit don't like anyone that much.
You guys get the hold hands together.
It's like this. It's like the Joy-Cons. You just can't separate it.
Yep. Nope.
Also, I hate playing with separated.
It's like the Joy-Cons, but not fun.
Me too.
It's like the Joy-Cons, but with no
like
joy.
Joy-Con with no joy. Yeah. There you go.
It's the kill Joy-Cons.
It'd be a fun, like, none of us are in this situation, but it'd be fun, like, double date situation, like
normal people do that though.
Right.
Ben's like, I don't go on dates with my girlfriend. What the fuck? I already got it.
I have 2 controllers, but like imagine like 4 people. Imagine 4 people playing. You
want to see me and Aaron argue?
That's cute.
Do that game. Whatever game that is, do that.
Yep.
No, fucking throw it the other way.
What are you doing?
Or it would be a racing game, and Amanda would try steering with the controller, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I can't. Oh man, so what are you all excited the most about now that you have this? Or Ryan, like, what is gonna make you get one later? Is it gonna just be us wearing you down, or are you gonna actually want
I have 2.
one?
Can I wanna add to that question, Ryan.
No.
What's gonna make you get it later, or what would make you get it sooner?
Probably nothing will make me get it sooner, unless it's like they're phasing out the Xbox One. If they phase that out, obviously I have to get it.
Yeah, you've got a year for now,
but
so you're fine.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, they've already given a time frame of like everything for the next year is going to be on the Xbox One. So it's like, all right, whatever.
There's a rumor going around that Halo will not.
Oh boy, as I played the last one so much.
You got a PC. You got a PC that can play it, so you're fine.
He said, "Oh boy,
right.
That's funny."
Oh boy. But
yeah, there's nothing.
Okay, no, here's my question for you guys, Ben and Caleb. What made you have to get it?
Sure, Brian. Bye. Go for it, Ben.
The abundance of capital.
Are you balling right now?
Well, it was
Because you owe
money
me $30. No,
it was money outside of my budget. It was just like surprise. I'm like, oh, let me just.
If somebody owes someone money and bought an Xbox this week, go ahead.
Someone did.
I owe a lot of people money, but they're not listening. So, it didn't affect my budget, so that's awesome. And then the ray tracing, because my computer can't do it, and I want to play Cyberpunk on my couch.
Yeah,
honestly, Cyberpunk is one of the reasons I bought this machine.
Sure.
And I want to be ready for Halo. But so it was kind of impulsive, but I want to play. I don't like gaming in my office if I can help it. So
sure. For me, it was sure. Yeah, for me, it was a combination of like wanting to be an early adopter, because we've talked about this before, but there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, right? And like people are frequently like, you got to see this. And I made a decision at one point in my life to like, I could go back and watch all those things, or I could never miss something that people are talking about ever again. Make a point of like being relevant. And so I was a day one edition Xbox One owner. I was a day one I wasn't day one PS4. But with Xbox, I've always been day one. Mm-hmm. Series Xbox One X came out, bought it. So like knowing a next gen console was coming out, like yes, I'm excited for Halo. Yes, I'm excited for like the next gen upgrades, but it was more just like being the guy who's got the Series X.
So you're hype beasting.
Kind of, yes, but also like I want to be able to do FOMO. This. I want to be able to do this show and talk about this, so that like we can be relevant, right? And like I want to be able to write about games on the next gen system so that like I can be relevant. And I actually still have a lot of people that reach out to me through social media to ask questions about what they should buy or how they should purchase games now that they have a PC that can play games like their Xbox can. And so like being able to have those talking points is kind of a big deal for me.
Okay.
What about you?
Tech FOMO.
I mean, yeah, that's also a large part of it for me too.
That's it. 100%. That's it. Tech FOMO. That's
I don't want to be the guy that doesn't have the new thing. Yeah, that came out. You're like, mine.
Yep. Like that day came out. Like that's why I got. Like I buy a lot of shit because like I'm a nerd. I'm a tech guy. Like I like equipment. I like music equipment. I streaming equipment is a thing this year. Obviously with video games, I've been into video games since I was fucking could remember. So like, yeah, I'm not sure if I've always had the day it came out because I was not always in a good situation. But I've tried. Like I know me and Ben went and got the Xbox One the same day we drove to. Yeah. Like I remember that I think we shared that joint for a while till we leveled up and got two into the house. But
you know what happened?
What happened?
We was in the living room, and I just gotten like a drink and a bowl of popcorn or something. I was about to sit down, fired up a game. You're like, hey, you're like, oh, hey, I was about to do XYZ or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
time for us
you went to Walmart. You went to Walmart,
didn't you? I put
on
my shoes and I went to Walmart.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
that day.
That
moment.
That moment.
Yeah, I remember
He's
that.
Like, fuck that drink.
Didn't you give me the new one and you kept the old one because you didn't want to download the games or something like that? Yeah,
that's fucking amazing. You were like, this isn't working.
No, it wasn't. It was not working.
Step, turn on, drive away.
How could two gamers share
why
Xbox?
Is he leaving, bro? He didn't say anything, just fucking walked out.
I don't think I did.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That's a really good story.
But we did it for a while because that was the point where like you could get an Xbox. Right. Like it was at a point where he can go to Walmart at 11 o'clock at night and get an Xbox. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had it for a while. Like, obviously, like even the hype around it right now, it's only going to last a month, maybe even a few weeks.
Sure.
Like, I feel like Black Friday is going to be we're back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get an Xbox on Black Friday, you can get a PlayStation 5 on Black Friday. Sure. I'm confident of that.
Yeah. Who knows how limited the stock is, but yeah, there's definitely going to be more soon, and the hype train's going to die down because
they do it every time.
Yeah,
they do it literally every time.
Yeah, they haven't released a console outside of November for 3 generations.
I'm gonna have to wait for Forza. I think Forza might be the game.
Sure,
Forza looks good.
Forza. What's it called? Just Forza Motorsport now.
Yeah.
Or if Horizon 5 is next gen. But even still, Ryan, like at that point, you've got a year because they've said for the next year Everything that comes out that's Xbox exclusive is going to be.
No, but like if it looks good.
Oh yeah,
is
to
the
get the ray
thing.
tracing
Like
and
if
shit.
it,
Yeah.
if
I find
it
it-
looks good with ray tracing.
I find it
Yeah.
interesting that with 2K, like I can't play Xbox One X 2K players. Like it's two different games.
Oh, weird. That's interesting because Call of Duty's like you can play with anybody. That's
Yeah.
all right. I'm actually speaking of sports games. Like I can't fucking wait for baseball next year because one, it's going to be on Xbox and PC, and it's
then
going to
you can
have
see
all
people
of
sweat.
and it's going to have all this next gen tech. And like
It's gonna be the show.
Yeah, the show's going to be on all platforms next year. And so like
Nice.
playing the show with ray tracing, like tech, we could probably go into nitpicking like why visual fidelity is important for sports games. I don't want to bore everybody here, but like just
Thank you.
having that ability to see what's happening more, especially in a game like baseball, where everything's really super fucking quick because you know
Mhm.
it's baseball. I'm excited as fuck for that.
I'm excited for like FIFA.
Ben, is
Like-
baseball really quick? That's the look Ben just gave you.
Okay, baseball as
Ladies and
a,
gentlemen,
as a
a
whole,
9-inning no-hitter.
baseball as a
watching.
whole is not
No,
quick, but the
no.
actions are always quick.
You have like less than 0.7 of a second to decide, swing, and make
It's
contact.
faster
with a
than
baseball.
football. That's for sure. But
It's, I mean, more difficult.
not
It's not
faster than
faster. It's not
football.
faster. I mean, more
Football has
difficult. Like
11 things going on at once.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that when you're playing a baseball game, you have to be able to hit and see every pitch, and that requires quickness. So, like a frame rate increase and a lighting increase is going to make that
Big difference.
I can
feel
see that.
really different, and I'm excited about that because right now baseball's in 30 frames, and as someone who played baseball for 15 years, you can tell. You're like, this
Yeah.
is not.
dude,
the
if
way it
it's
should
if
be.
it's a pop fly to the outfield, they better make you go first person on that shit and get blinded by the lights now.
That would be so hard. No lie.
It'd be
Yo,
dope.
if they
I
did
would
that-
fucking love it.
If they did that, bro,
That would
that should
dope.
be hard.
I've always wanted a 9-player co-op baseball game where everybody can be on the field and sit around and do nothing for
That
a
would
long
be the
time.
worst. Can you pick flowers in the outfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I'd be reliving my fucking elementary school days.
Yeah.
Man, fly
Fucking-
ball. He's like, put a butterfly.
I don't even want to be here.
God damn it, Bernice.
Everyone say hi, Ace.
Ace. Why does Ace always kind of look like he's embarrassed to be
Yeah.
enjoying being pet by you?
No, he's not. Oh, trust me.
Like
He's
you
not.
pet him and he's like, thanks again.
Finally.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Fucking Eeyore.
He's a big old teddy bear. I love that dog.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Doesn't eat as much shit as Morty.
I don't see Morty around anymore.
No, Morty's fucking off somewhere.
Morty's eating my car keys right now.
She's absolutely. She could. If she could, she would.
Sure. If you try hard enough, you can do anything.
Facts.
At least once. All right. So at the end of the show, we wrap up and give our bounties. We kind of been talking about what we've been playing all episode. So hooray, bounties part 2 for this month. But anybody watching, listening, or reading?
I meant to say this last week. I'm just gonna cut you off. Sorry.
You're good.
Utopia. Finished that. Fire.
Is that it's all out now?
Yeah.
Was it weekly or no?
No.
Oh,
That was just-
okay. My bad. I didn't know that. Okay.
Utopia was fire. Apex Legends season 7 is fire. Probably one of the best seasons, best well received seasons. The new
I've been
map is
having a lot of
massive.
Bug issues on that.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like walls not being there or
Oh,
like
that's your Xbox.
desks and textures. Is it my Xbox?
That's your Xbox.
There you go. That's why he upgrades.
Get you a new Xbox, bro.
Wait, ray tracing brings walls into games?
No, it
That's
does look better
crazy.
though. It does look better.
Yeah,
Even
I
if
need
I
to
made it
play
up in
that.
my head. I did get my first season 7 win today though. Like
Nice.
I've been playing with randoms and it sucks, but I did get a win today and it was awesome. And I
Friday
recorded
when
it.
I stream, are you streaming Friday?
Yeah.
Are you streaming your Xbox though?
Yeah, I'll have everything. I mean, I'll have
Well,
what
you
I
have
need.
you're going to Best Buy tomorrow. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're playing on Friday, I'll get Apex
I'm off at
installed.
noon
I'm
on
excited to
Friday.
play that new shit.
It's fun. It's the map is amazing. Amazing map.
We got the-
Amazing.
We got the fantastic trio.
And,
Yeah,
uh,
I
The
could
terrific
get
trio.
angry right in the middle of the day. Let's do it.
Sarge don't want to play with me no more.
He sent me a sad face in chat the
did.
other day.
I was like,
You were on 2K. I didn't want. You were on Apex and jumped to 2K, and I was like, all right, here's my moment. I'm jumping on Apex.
Nice, man.
Oh,
I'm
my
I'm
God.
unfriend you on Xbox.
Thanks.
I got you. There's something else I watched that I can't remember right now, and I always watch something. I never write it down, and then I forget. And yeah,
Mandalorian.
So,
Oh,
Mando's good.
Mando's good.
That's one of the best episodes. Was his last episode?
It was real good. My wife watched a full third of it like this.
Oh yeah, it's really good. This season, obviously, they got a bigger budget. It makes me excited for WandaVision because
Yeah.
like what they're doing with Star Wars is to me better than Star Wars movies.
Yo, you know what I thought about watching the last episode specifically? Spoilers for people that are like a week behind. I'm gonna bring up a plot point, but I won't spoil what happens with the plot point. So like we know that show is filmed in that giant room of LED screens.
Yeah.
So like for most things when people are running away from hordes of spiders, they can't fucking see them.
Yeah.
But
They
in
do
this
build
they
physical-
could.
They do build physical things for them to
They
walk
do.
around.
They do.
They do.
They
Yeah.
do. But there's scenes in this where they're running away from that horde of spiders where you know they could actually turn around and see them.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's true.
And
Ooh, that's
how
scary.
fucking weird and awful that would have had to have been.
Yeah.
You know what was dope? Kill It With Fire, the game today, gift that one part when he's in the cockpit and he's burning them up.
Nice.
In the door, when the door's
Yeah.
shutting? Yeah, yeah.
It was like, they said, what would you do with this? Like,
When
But it
he
was fun.
used the flamethrower the first time, I was like, finally. And Amanda was like, what? And I was like, he's got a fucking flamethrower. Why is
Yeah.
he not just,
I
why
like
is that
how
not
it,
just on?
I like how it warmed up. So the
Mhm.
fire went from like red to blue.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, this season is so good. And I think I saw Ashoka.
Ahsoka?
Is that
Did you?
Ashoka? I think that's coming this week.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
the trailer that showed her, he was walking with the frog lady and her husband.
Oh.
On the trailer.
nice.
Oh, that
Is
wasn't
there a
Ahsoka
trailer
though.
every
That
week?
wasn't
You
Ahsoka.
sure?
That was the chick that's being played by the wrestler.
Is it?
Yeah, because Ahsoka's Twi'lek,
I'm
so
so
she's got
confused.
the big like headdress, and her face is orange and white with like
Okay.
stripes. That was another Jedi, probably though.
Oh, okay.
But still, that might be.
But
the-
it's about to get good.
it's about to get even better. Yeah.
So wait,
I can't-
they're putting out trailers for every episode? I didn't
No.
even know that.
No.
he's
This was
talking
like
about
the
the-
original trailer.
yeah, the
trailer.
original trailer.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, bro, they're all out. Let's go.
Game of Thrones used to do that. What next week on Game of Thrones? they'll
What's
be
that
like,
movie?
yeah. Fuck you. Anything
When that
else?
game come out?
Anything else, Tech? You're getting into?
I think that's all I got.
Okay, Ben.
We're finally watching Community. It's something that bounced off me hard before, but Kim and I are watching it now, and she said on multiple occasions, she's like, I think I like this better than The Office.
I will agree with that.
Dude, that show's
It
so
has
fucking
it
good.
has very good moments of
There are,
that. Yes.
we're belly laughing so hard at so many scenes.
Yes.
Yeah,
That makes me so happy.
yeah, I knew it would. And that's kind of all we're really watching right now. So, and I'm playing every single game that's out right now. You name it, I'm playing it. So,
Yeah.
Apex.
but I'm so primarily, nope,
You won't.
primarily Squadrons and Tsushima, which are one game. One of those is older.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Those are both good games. Ryan, what are you getting up into anything? Watching anything new?
Dirt 5 came out,
Yes.
and it is very good.
good.
I'm enjoying it a lot. I haven't had any. There's no beef with anything so far.
All right.
So yeah, I'm
Does
digging
it feel
I
feel
play-
like Forza or is it course bound?
it's
Sorry, does it
Yeah,
feel
it
like
does-
Forza Horizon or is it course racetrack bound?
it's racetracks, but it's not as simulated as like Forza is. It dumbs it back a little bit, but
Okay.
still makes it. But I think it makes the drift or it makes the dirt game or it makes rally games more fun because like
Yeah, because when they're realistic,
when
they
you-
fucking
when-
suck.
yeah, well, like whenever you see like rally racers in real life, like they're drifting corners real hard and like doing all these really cool maneuvers. But when you play the dirt, like actual like rally games that aren't the dirt like dumbed down simulation, you can't drift into turns as easy. Like
Sure.
you can't power hard through turns, but when you play dirt, you can. Like
Yeah.
it just makes it feel like those cars are doing what you would expect them to do.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know, So like you can turn the wheel hard and mash the gas, and the ass end, starts
Comes
to
out,
drift
yeah.
out on you. But like rally games, you really have to like throw the e-brake hard because you can't just break the tires loose as easy. So
Yeah.
I feel like it gives more of like a better feel to the game than what the other rally games
Does this game
do.
have like single runs like Dirt 2.0 did, where you were actually just like doing A to B rally like not heats, you're doing heats? Or is
Not yet.
this like big group racing?
It's yeah, they
Wow.
have group racings of like sprints and like circuit tracks, but I've only made it up until like the first section. I'm only at like at level 10 and I have to get to
Okay.
level 13 before I open the next.
Okay.
And the other Dirt, like Dirt 3 had those style of races in it. So I'm assuming they're going to bring them back.
Okay.
But I don't know. I hope so because those ones are really really fun,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't know yet. So
Yeah, I'm
I
interested
have
in
to-
that game.
I have to get going.
Racing, you warmed me up on racing because I kind of gave up on it for a long time with Horizon 4. And Dirt looks good. Just
Yeah.
gotta wait for the capital to. I'll probably grab it on Black Friday or around the time when it goes on sale and scoop it up.
Right.
Because I'm
It'll be
interested.
on sale in like a week probably because this.
Because you just bought it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. I was telling Amanda about Deep Rock, and she was like, "Didn't you buy that?" And I was like, "Yeah, but don't think about it." Unfortunately. Yeah. Was that it, Ryan? I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
it.
For me, I started Utopia and got through like the 3rd episode. That show takes a left turn quick and does not
So
go
fast.
back. Does not go back.
So fucking fast, dude.
And in episode 2, I really don't want to spoil it, but there's like a moment at the end of that episode where a character you think's gonna be around just isn't anymore. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? This show is ruthless. So it rocks. And then I'm about to wrap up season 1 of Dark, and shit is getting weird. It's been weird, but that show is really excellent. Other than that though, not really. Oh, the wife and I are watching West Wing.
Oh, cool.
Which is, for those of you who don't know, a show about the White House and the people that work with the president. It's got a really good cast. And it's an Aaron Sorkin show, so the guy who did Social Network and Moneyball and a bunch of other stuff that I really like. Newsroom on HBO. So it's fast and witty, and I love it. I mean, they can deal with like an episode a half a night. I could watch it nonstop.
Yeah, it's pretty fast paced. It feels like a play. That's the way he writes.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of this show is like him really flexing the walking camera.
Yeah.
There's like people will do the walk with me like as a meme that like is mostly this show because like there's rarely an episode where there's not 3 to 5 minute moments of people walking from one place to the next for like a minute and a half and just nonstop talking to like the person they're walking with and like 2 or 3 people that will intercept them on the way.
Mhm.
I love it. It's really good. It really gives a sense of like direction and like movement in the White House, which is cool. But that's really it. Ben, before we wrap up completely, we do a Smurf fact. It is our way of giving you a fun little tidbit of knowledge to take with you. Ben, do you have one? Have you looked it up already?
I do. I am.
Cool beans. I haven't. I'm sorry. I've been focusing on
So
everything else
before
this
we
week.
get to this, I just saw an article. Sony expects the transition from PS4 to PS5 to expects to take 3 years.
Wow.
Huh. That's what
I
it was
can link
with
the
the
article
last
and we can
ones.
look at it. Yeah, but
That's wild.
damn, for the end all be all consoles, like you're expecting 3 years to.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Sony's also always led the race on, so maybe we'll trust their judgment. You know what I mean?
I mean, they've had their head up their ass for a minute, but
yeah, they got a lot of
They
fanboys.
always outsell. So
They have a
it's
lot of
fine.
fanboys that say that it's superior and it's not.
yeah, they blow vape smoke into their Xboxes.
Yeah.
I can't believe people did that. That's
It's
so
dumb.
stupid.
It's smoking.
Something's wrong with it.
What is that noise?
The noise
And
idiots
how do
make.
and how do I make sure you don't do? Did you say your mother?
I said, ask your mother.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. Oh my
All right, what's up
God.
with that fun fact? Let's get that fun fact popping.
Yeah, here we go. Let me do this.
Smurf facts, oh yeah.
All right,
Oh,
Ben, what do you
God.
got? It was very loud.
Two
Sorry.
for you because they're related. Tech is gonna love both of them.
Ryan and his wife.
When astronauts leave Earth, they face a range of factors that affect them physically, of course. That includes an intense amount of radiation that they're exposed to. According to NASA, it's the equivalent of anywhere between 150 and 6,000 chest x-rays.
Yeah, no.
That's really close, dude. 150 to 6,000.
A belt, because there's a belt, and they, if they either go near it, through it, or pass it, then they have different levels. So,
True, I guess.
yep. And then the next one is one Tech's really going to like. When Apollo astronauts walked on the surface of the moon, they left behind footprints that will remain there for a very long time. Due to the fact that there's no atmosphere on the moon and therefore no wind or water to blow or wash anything away, Arizona State University scientist Mark Robinson told something called Space that traces of Apollo exploration could last 10 to 100 million years.
All right.
Why would
Do you have any
Tech like
true
these so
facts?
much?
He said, "Do you have any true facts?" That's gonna do it for our episode this week, everybody.
Oh, I need a sound clip of Trump saying fake news.
Ryan has one.
Oh, I did.
You
I don't have it.
Come on.
I
That would've
wasn't
been perfect.
ready.
That would have been perfect. Fake news. Yeah, Tech, you should have that for anytime anyone brings up anything lunar landing. So you can just be an even more insufferable.
Listen. Everyone has to have at least one conspiracy theory they believe. Like that's it. You got to have at least one.
Thank God you're not a flat earther. Thank God you're not a flat earther.
I got one, and I'm not saying it.
You got to say it now, dude.
You won't.
Unless it's about black people, don't say it. Just keep that.
Oh my God. Are we doing this? Are you saying it?
No.
Say it, man.
Come on.
Is it really bad? All right, mine is definitely the moon landing, right? That's my conspiracy theory that I believe, but I'm, who knows, right? I'm a fucking idiot. But Ben, what's yours?
Okay, I don't know what the solution is, but I know it's not what we've been told, and that's 9/11.
Oh, that's it. I got two then.
I got two then.
Shit. I got two then.
Yeah.
All right.
Mine's that America hasn't gotten into a war in the last 100 years that it didn't get itself into.
I saw something interesting today. This is political, but they were talking about a woman can be a leader.
Conducted war on us just outright, right? Like we've been attacked without provoking. Is that what you're saying?
No, there's like, I mean, we could get into it, but I won't. I'll be quick because Tech was saying something. But like, there's since like maybe it's 200 years since like the War of 1812. Every war we've gotten into, the things that like we used as the reason to get into have been suspect. One war we got into because apparently people in Cuba bombed one of our ships in the Gulf of Mexico, but like when we found the ship in the water in the 50s, the explosion was from the inside out. There's no way for them to have done that. We knew about Pearl Harbor and ignored it because we wanted to get into the war because we needed to, because the New Deal wasn't fixing the country. We needed to sell war bonds more.
World War I, we sent a ship across the ocean. I think.
Yes, in World War I,
in a location that they said don't do anything.
Yes,
we're like
specifically that.
Okay.
In World War I, Germans were like, we can't take a risk and get close enough to find out if you are military or civilian. Stop sending ships in our water. And then we sent the Lusitania, and they sank it. And we were like, how dare they? We knew. We fucking knew. Yeah. I don't think we've gotten into a war and been. So that rolls 9/11 right up into it. Because Ryan, do you have a con?
No, wait. Tech was
saying something. Tech. Sorry.
All I was going to say was I saw something today that said to the effect of that in response to women can't be leaders, that they said, just so you know, every single war was started by a man.
It's true.
100%. So
how many women have started wars? And they're like,
in my household.
In my household, everyone.
Ryan, when I'm happy.
Ryan, do you have a conspiracy theory that you have truck with?
COVID-19. And we're out.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. You can catch this show on any of your podcast services. Look it up at Bounty Board. You can find anything we do at nerdybits.com or nerdy_bits on Twitter. You can follow me at Lubwub. Ben, where can people find you?
Everywhere at Sketch Soya.
Ryan, where can people find you?
Most places at Sarge and Sodium.
And Tech, where can people find you?
Tech Supreme everywhere.
Dope. Catch us on stream on Friday. Catch us on stream tomorrow for the Nerdy Bit Show. And we will see you guys next week. Thanks to Monster Cat for letting us use music. And our song is called Pathfinder by No Taker. Take it easy. Take it sleazy. Be good to each other. And if you never did, you should. These things are fun and fun is good.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.